irony that I'm currently trying to get Mitchie in trouble in the Discord for being a workaholic, and here I am making like 2-3 videos in one day. But yeah, I will admit something. I am kind of copying Mark right now. Videos have been a little bit chaotic on the channel for the past 3 weeks due to some issues. And the videos I have been working on, I haven't just put out because, to be honest, I really like making the videos and putting a lot into them and giving them the attention they deserve. And they're not getting that right now. So they're kind of icebox. They're going to be made. We're going to return to regular videos in a bit. But for now, sometimes I just wake up, see that someone else has done something, think, that's kind of interesting. We could do that too. And put our own twist on it. And that's what we're doing. So that being said, welcome to InferKit, a demo. And so what this essentially is kind of like the last video we did with Dolly Mini. It's like a AI generated kind of a thing, but we're gonna do our own stuff and maybe some inside jokes from the channel and whatnot to make ours a bit different. But I guess like credit where credit's due. I had no idea this existed because Unis Honest doesn't exist anymore when they did that then. So yeah, I was like, I need to do something though, since I'm not done editing any of those videos. So here we go. And so how this works, it'd be like if I, you know, how do you do, I'm Gamrison and welcome to a new YouTube video, and I hit generate text, and I am all about the spooky. Yeah, spooky is a word that's been taking over the webs for the last few months or so, but this video is no exception. Not only is the video a lot of fun, but it makes use of a lot of hidden tricks. All the tricks in this video are done with XXXX and XXXXXX. Awesome. So tell me about yourself. What's your location? What do you do? Gamrison began. Okay, so yes, that's actually kind of how this works. It's gonna be a little wonky, and that's kind of the fun of it, to be honest. It's part of why we're doing this. So I believe I hit X, it'll go back to the beginning, and we basically just kind of generate whatever we want. We could do inside jokes, we can do whatever. For example, Steam Shell Kid did not like feet, but feet seem to like him. He had such little feet and so many toes on them. Steam Shell Kid liked to count, and he likes to count toes. He liked to count everything, and he counted down the number of feet in his boots until the boots went on. It didn't take long, he thought. Why should a boot take so long? It's just your legs. The boot went on, and his feet were as large and tall as he would ever have them if they were ever any eyes in. Yeah. That's what we're working with, and that's brilliant. Now it was tragic. By the time it hit the floor, it was all over. The time he spent, the mix itself, the care and love that fueled it. That's not how you spell fueled. That's not how you spell fueled. Fueled it. And in an instant, the pancake mix was no more. It's almost like a father teaching his daughter how to drive. Daddy don't let your little sister run that double yellow line and hit that tree out in the middle of nowhere. He knew this might happen, that this could happen to you. This can happen to your kids. But well, I want to finish the story. Hold on. Generate a little more. Here, he's all the way up in heaven, hugging that day like it was yesterday. On the counter, that little dirty jar has stayed. It's still on the table. It's still on the counter. It's still going to make that good old southern soda sauce, just the way he taught me how to make it. Okay, so, you know, it's not perfect like the other one, and it never was going to be, but that's kind of the fun of it. You kind of put in something, and it, the southern soda sauces it, and that's where we get to where we are. She had done it. The record was 414, but she had surpassed it somehow. After a What's a good word? I don't want to say brutal, because I don't want this to get violent. After a successful but long battle of the food, Capstan had taken the world record of chicken nuggets consumed. That's nice, but consumed. I can't spell. It had taken her 30 hours and 5 pieces of chicken nuggets, which is why she is the official Guinness World Record holder. She will be on TV too, and the president called to congratulate her, all in the span of an hour. I'm a little impressed, but I'm not sure I really... Okay, well, we need like a little bit more. So we're going to turn it up from 280 to like 330. That's a good time. Generate more text. Hold on. But I'm not sure I really am, because I'm not sure I really care. It was just a good long weekend, but it's also time for a random update as we get ready to go to Pittsburgh. But the post is titled random. Me, not so much. See, the new video, why are there no men in my family? It's funny. I love myself. My name is Kane. I'm a freshman in college. All right, Pittsburgh. Ah. They never... I do maybe need to go to sleep myself. Never mind. I shouldn't. They never saw it coming. In one monumentous... That's not... Mentus. That's not... I can't spell. Like my head, I can't think of how to spell these words. Whew. In one monumental moment, Digi had dominated the cat girls. Generate. You know, the only reason I paused was because the first 2 words was their dreams. And the only thing that bothers me about that, no, I want not a dream. We want an actual victory. And it was real. All right. The rest of the battle is a bit of a blur. It was so fast, so incredibly quick, that the bad kitties were gone almost as fast as they had come. They had just fallen from the sky. No visible wounds, no sign of blood in the snow. Apparently he fought them in the snow, okay. I'd never seen anything like it. It was almost as if Digi had been an angel, sent to protect the world from cat girls. There you go. I could generate more. I still have a lot of free weekly characters left. I'm kind of curious. Let's generate more. Sent to protect the girl. Darn it, no, you ruined it. We should have just left it. I should have just cut it right there. Darn it. It was a victory. It was great. And now it's ruined. Is it ruined? The girls, at the exact moment Digi leapt from the ground, he had come back from the dead. Oh, okay, so he came back from the dead. He did it to save the girls, and I'm not really sure why, but it felt like it. He appeared in the moonlight, his black body shining in a second sun over the tree line, and everything went quiet, as if a moment of sheer stillness. Okay. 2 suns? We have 2 suns. The one, and then the second one, it's invisible, and it's why it's always humid, even if it's dark out, and the skies are gray. It's because we have 2 suns. There we go. Solve that mystery. Was Shadow the Hedgehog edgy or just misunderstood? View photos, more. Look at another way. Kirby was that guy, a creation that started out life as a kind of silly add-on, a musical oddity that happened to have an uncanny knack for fighting villains, but grew into a mainstream pop culture phenomenon and fixture of gaming culture. So too is Shadow the Hedgehog. Let's just put in the plot of a video game and then see what happens. Dr. Eggman released Shadow the Hedgehog. We're doing the plot for Sonic Adventure 2. From Prison Island. He then probably should help out a little bit. Shadow then promised to grant Dr. Eggman's wish if he came to the central control room on the Space Colony Arc. Before he could do so, a blue hedgehog entered the lobby and challenged him. As they fought, Dr. Eggman activated a trap, which threw Shadow into the sun. While trying to find a way to return, Shadow found a voice recognition program named Cyber Eggman, but it could only identify one phrase: "Party at my house, Shadow." That's not... Actually, no, that's essentially Sonic Adventure 2. He had flipped the last table on Earth. There was no more tables left to flip. So what would Table Flip now do? It took on a life of its own. People flocked to the site, watching competitors and seeing the table tricks in action. In a place like China, it's an art form. Check out this floss trick at Red Bull's Table Flip. It's just as elaborate as anything you'd see on Tonight Show, where Curry appear this week. But Table Flip. Generate text. It's not just for professional magicians and modern-day MacGyvers. It can be used to entertain in the home as well. Indeed, Curry is planning to unleash it in the United States on an HBO special. Table Flip will be there to help him. I'm guessing something like Steph Curry, like the NBA player. But you don't have to pay through your TV screen to experience Table Flip, because Curry now... Gamrison was not a workaholic. Holic. Generate text. He never wanted to be. He appreciated time for family, time to play, and time to relax. The benefit of working in this industry is that it never gets old, Gamrison said. I always want to go back to what I was doing, which was working with horses. Even when I'm done with that, I will go back and work with the ones that I've... Yeah. Odeman's cursed bar scenarios. Generate one for us. Go for it. If you open the tar, standing with your back to it, and strike with a sword, you will summon the demon as Modai, as a servant. Who will attack you? There's no stopping him. Dead Man Wonderland. The first maze is called Bloody Corridors, and the second maze is Dead Man's Alley. My bad. The second maze can... Well, that's in the middle of a sentence, so we're going to maybe drop it up to 310. Funny enough, I've seen Dead Man Wonderland. It was a long time ago, though. No, I'm going to hate this one. All right. That's not how I spell Chiaki. In the Wild, Wild West. This might be very cursed, so go ahead. AI, go ahead and generate that. Bit was a challenge too. I'm not sure if I'm even up to par. Tomoyo Kurosawa, in the period since Girls in Panzer came out, I've seen a lot of people in the press say that the fights look pretty, but that was actually an effort on our part. The first unit set during the 30s were mostly based on models. No. Okay. Being king of the puns was no easy task. For you see, when you are the king of anything, it is a lot of work. However, the master of punonomics, graphic anomaly, I can't spell today, was up to the tax, and then some. Generate the text. It's the same at this point. He has come out with a musical playlist of puns and translated them into English language. The best part is that each pun is accompanied by its English translation. So here it is, your daily Mine of Pun, a playlist filled with your favorite puns. Enjoy. Patch and Jello, this classic for Jay. What is Patch and Jello? No, there's certain ones I'm not doing, and you're gonna have to do on your own. I'm warning you right now. There's certain ones I'm not doing for this video. You know them, and you can do them yourselves. I'm not going to do them. Nope. I feel like I should like just do one of these because I have them open on the laptop because they're streaming right now. I apologize in advance. Unless this text ends up being really great, then I don't apologize. Everyone checked their bank accounts. Everyone looked in their closets for monsters or for Narnia, for unseen riches they could not believe. Because unbelievably so, Nags had solved the hardest puzzle in the world twice. It was the most amazing and lucky thing that anyone had ever done, and yet no one said anything at all. Because the problem wasn't the art. The problem was that the work was never meant for the public, not in the first place. The material being channeled into a hidden world was unheard of. So they kind of took the Narnia bits and kind of fused it with the solving the hardest puzzle bits. But it was the most amazing and lucky thing anyone's ever done, and yet no one said anything at all. That sounds like his chat, to be honest, when he does actually do something pretty good. He kind of has to ask them a couple times, give me credit. Sometimes they'll give him like a +1 or +10 if he gets like an anime reference, you know, first try. So to be fair, but like that's kind of actually true. The AI knows. It is learning. It's watching his stream. The bot had a laugh, and a laugh did the bot have. And because the bot laughed a laugh, the same did everyone did. The bot had a laugh, and laugh were to joy, and joy was to pain. The bot had a laugh, and because the C had a laugh, they saw the same. The heart smiled, and the heart had a laugh. And because of this laugh, the heart felt pain. The bot had a laugh, and laugh were to joy and joy. Okay, so sometimes the AI doesn't quite make any sense whatsoever. And maybe sometimes it may help to put in something that makes sense too. It's a learning thing, right? It's like the YouTube learning algorithm. Back in 2017, everything was getting demonetized, no matter how clean and proper it was, because the bot was in infancy and didn't know anything, versus 5 years later where you can have a whole thing of cursing and still be fully monetized. It takes time. These things take time. This is a demo after all. I don't know if I said that at the beginning, but it is a demo, and it'll take time probably to get like really good. You know what is weird in VR chat? Orbiting. Why do that? Why not just not? Tell us, AI. Anyways, I decided at that point to instead go get rescue out of the environment TT functionality and be done with it, thinking it was something that would suck. And since there isn't even support for other characters in the client that have to implement, which for sure isn't going to happen quickly. Okay, hold on. Sampling text, go back down to 1. Back down to 1. Generate text. Even though the map is 3V, is fully explorable with no hotspots, it feels exactly like a linear. Man, this has nothing to do with what I typed, but also is your explanation. Don't. Just don't. Emerson could not access his computer. He was traumatized. I spelled it right. Let's go. That shouldn't be as good, but the whole thing with this video is spelling things wrong. For a long time, he had an inability to overcome the problem facing him right now. It was ironic. Despite the name Miss Lucy, she never missed a single shot ever behind one word. The word facing Gamrison right now. Password. The room. Miss Lucy's gorgeous aviary on the top floor of the mansion was nothing out of place. That's like a bird thing, right? The like a I guess bird room. It was in pristine condition and each animal was perfectly fed. The glass frames on each fishbowl and bird cage, okay, were splattered with raindrops from almost windless evening. If it wasn't for the painting, well, I kind of want to know about the painting. We can only do this 2 more times, so maybe we end on this story. Hold on, generate text. What the? No, stop. Darn it, that used up some of the characters. It was supposed to do it at the bottom, and it for some reason went back to the top. In 34, she never missed a single shot in 34 years. Christ. Okay, so we'll count that as like the password one. We'll do like a plain one. We'll end on the GTA one, because one of the next videos might actually be GTA. When I finally get back to editing those videos. So, pilot in Los Santos, which she owned because she is rich. Now we'll say password. No, because I don't want to. Okay, we'll just leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. As a young child, she would savage planes. No, she would fly planes and even salvage B-1 bombers. How does it have the bomber in there? Okay. From Vietnam and use them as a target drone. She originally trained with the U.S. Navy SEALs before they were closed down. Why were the Navy SEALs closed down? When the Air Force took over search and rescue, she was able to devote much more time to flying. It was, okay, so we only have 71 characters left. So we're going to leave that on a cliffhanger. We're going to leave that on a cliffhanger. You can make up the rest in the comments or on your own time or with your own generator, but it has the bomber in there, even though I never mentioned what kind of plane. I just said plane. Thanks. But yeah, again, that's InferKit. This is a demo. You get 8,000 characters a week. So technically you do this once a week, even if you wanted to, if you really were into it. It's not quite like DALL-E Mini in terms of unlimitedness, but that kind of makes sense. Yeah, thank you everyone for, let's see. Thank you everyone for watching this video. Should I do like the regular standard YouTuber stuff? So like, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell notification, the actual subscribe button. But I don't know which video will be next. We're just going to have to wait and see. But until then, take care and enjoy pizza responsibly. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watch. Yes, thank you for your watch. Your Rolex, please. Vimo. So there's no Class 8 official theme for this record, but I heard about a lot of them. I had a lot of fun listening to these. On the Mass Component podcast, Drowned Giant talks about his inspiration for his song about the 8th space worthy, if we're talking about space stretching and why it. Yes, space stretching and why it. So again, this was InferKit demo. We're gonna end the video. Yeah, kind of copying Markiplier, but you know what? It's all good. Because it gave us a nice video idea. People are starting to wake up, assemble, and do things in the Discord. I'm gonna head out and see you all later. Bye-bye. No, I'm not. I'm not copying that much. My bad. Reflexively. But thank you for watching. See you in the next video. We'll get videos out, of course. Like I said, I just really care about putting the best effort into them. It's like if you were a parent, all right, and you had a kid, right? Just for this scenario, a kid that you actually liked, you actually cared about. You're like, I don't like maybe kids, but you're all right because you're mini-me. Basically, right? And then suddenly you couldn't give them any time and attention, right? Like, you know how Goku gets called a bad dad, even though right now on Twitter Naruto's being dragged for being an even worse father. That kind of a thing, you know. It's like, that would suck. So I want to just make sure the videos got like the best I could put into them, and right now I just can't. So they'll be back though, and maybe we'll do more goofy stuff like this in between. We'll wake up tomorrow, see what Markiplier did, and be like, cool, we're doing that too. I'm just kidding. But anyways, yes, that's the video. Thank you and goodbye. I will say real quick, You can generate different lengths over here. My camera's blocking it. We had it on like 300, so we could get through like a lot of scenarios. You can crank that up to as much as it says 1,000 per. So if you want to mess with it and do your own, you can try to mess with all the little sample stuff over on the side you can't quite see. And there you go. Have fun.